Well, I'm joined now by Zahra Joya, an award-winning Afghan journalist and the editor-in-chief and founder of Rukhshana Media, which she runs from exile in the UK. Zahra John, good to speak to you. I mean, frankly, what I'm hearing from those I'm speaking to in the country and those close to, the supreme leader in Kandahar, that he made a unilateral decision without fully comprehending and understanding the consequences. He based this on trying to shut down things like pornography, for example, but didn't quite understand that this would have flights grounded, that hospitals wouldn't be able to function, that people wouldn't be able to trade in the markets, for example, as a result.
Well, thanks, Yalda, for raising this issue. It's very important for us, for all Afghans. It was one of the devastating restrictions that we have seen from the Taliban, unfortunately. And yes, it was very crucial decision that happened to people of Afghanistan during these past 2 days. And it has a huge consequence on the daily life of Afghan citizens, and there is completely the system that was working 2 days ago. It was stopped. We have seen that the flights have been banned, the hospitals were closed, and completely the way that we had this connection, Afghanistan to the world, was completely blocked. And it was one of the most painful and frustrating thing that we have experienced over the past 2 days. And what I have received reaction from people Afghanistan after a few hours ago when they restored the internet, and they said it was a nightmare. It was kind of, the people told it is the end of the world, because today everything is depend on the internet, and it's the digital world. And it's really, really hard moment for Afghan people.
Yeah, I mean, in general, Afghans over the course of the last 20 years have been connected digitally. Many of them have multiple mobile phones, for example. That's how they stay in contact with each other and family in other parts of the world. But Zahra John, over the course of the last 4 years, since August 2021, the Taliban have issued over 118 decrees and directives. We know they've impacted girls' schools, women going to university, women working. We've seen all of these things. This was essentially plunging the whole country into absolute darkness, literally.
Well, absolutely, you're right. It was a completely darkness, and it was a completely blocked out. It was something that we feel that how it is dramatically and systematically we disconnect from our beloved country, and how we disconnect with our people inside the country. And it is the same for our people inside Afghanistan and the young generation, that they really relied on the internet, because online education is the only option remain for the young generation of Afghanistan, for the girls, for the women, that they are seeking for education, they are seeking for jobs. And so many of Afghan women, they are earning, they have some kind of income to live with that inside the country, because they lost their jobs. And also, unfortunately, after this this banning of internet, there was a lot of rumors, and then there was a huge fear surrounded Afghans, because we have heard that somebody says, oh, tonight America is, going back to background airspace, air.
The Bagram Air Base, there was concerns that perhaps
yes,
that would normalize relations.
And also there was some other issues that we have heard, and none of them was was true, but there was lots of misinformation and disinformation coming out because of this
Of
blacked
concern,
out of
yeah.
internet.
Zahra John, are you worried, and the Afghans you're speaking to in the country, are they worried that this is the Taliban experimenting with what they can and cannot do, and if they have the ability to restrict the internet, for example, or shut it down, that this would happen again?
Well, absolutely. There is an uncertain situation for Afghans. And then, for instance, my colleagues today, they sent me the reports that they wrote it, and they said, we have no idea whether we have, well, we will access to internet tomorrow or not, because it is, this decision made by the Taliban supreme leaders, and there is no guarantee for us that what it will be happened next. We really don't know, but this is one of the big question, that what will be the next, because there is no sustainability. Unfortunately, there is no guarantee for nothing, and Afghans, they have nothing now, so their hands are empty. They have literally, they have nothing.
Zahra John, thank you very much for joining us here on the program and bringing us up to date on the current situation in Afghanistan.